Hello, welcome back Capsuleers. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to Indy Part 5. And hopefully today we have built ourselves a new venture. So we'll hit the deliver button. Now I've already got a venture in my inventory. So we should, yeah, there we are. We've got another one. So now I've got a spare ship. Now what I've been thinking is, seeing as we've got the blueprint original, which is a BPO, we have the original here. What I'm thinking of doing is making a copy of it. So we can drag it up into here. And then I can make a copy of it. Fair dues, it's at the same level as what we've trained it up to. But when we're having copies, so it'll create one run with 30 copies on. But if we've got the blueprint copies, we can then I can then put the original back in over a matter of weeks and months to reduce its time taken and how much resources it requires whilst we build off the copies. So we can make this better while still building stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to start that off. So that's going to take us a day, 7 hours. A day 7 hours. 59 minutes. Right, so whilst that's running, I've also been thinking about getting a nicer mining ship. So I have been looking at the Pioneer because it has better stats and everything than the ship we have at the moment, plus it has an extra mining laser. I am running level 2 missions at the moment in the Venturer. So if we go show info, now if we view the market details, there's 4 copies at 60 million, which is a bit tight for us because we've only got, oh hang on, where are we, Z-Wallet, sorry, we've only got 96 million. But my way in looking at life is, if I buy that, it's an investment, because even if we do lose the Pioneer, we always have the Venturer to fall back on. I'm never going to sell my main Venturer, because by keeping the Venturer, I always have a backup ship, which means that I can keep going, because the Venturer can then build another Pioneer if I need one. So I think I'm going to go out and buy that Pioneer blueprint. Because whilst that blueprint's running the upgrades, we can go out in the Pioneer and collect most of the stuff for the Pioneer. Did I just say go out in the Pioneer? I meant go out in the Venturer to get the stuff to get the Pioneer. So I might buy that blueprint. Well, that's the point. Can we actually build it? I'm assuming with it being an alpha ship, we can actually build it. Let's just double check on that. Because as I say, always double check that you can build the blueprints that you're looking at. Right. Okay, the isogen might be a bit of a problem getting hold of where we are at the moment, because we're in the newbie start off part. I'll shut that up because that's overpowering my headphones. So let's have a look at. Oh, I didn't quite want that. Okay, we'll go info. Ah, let's view market details. Because we're in manifest, it's a bit expensive. But even if we can't mine it in manifest, we can always buy some. I'll look for things. So I think we might buy that blueprint. Because it's a BPO, it's a blueprint original. And then we can make copies of that as we're going along. And use the copies whilst this is in the cuckoo. Getting better stats on it. So, is there any in contracts? It's not looking very good, they're all copies. Right, so looks like I'm going to have to buy the bullet and spend 60 million. But, like I say, we could always do it up and we can use the copies for building other ones. So, what was it, view market? I'm going to set that as a destination and I'm going to go by that and I shall put it in the cuckoo for us. Oh, did I do that? Yes, we're already making copies of that. So they'll come in useful. Make a couple of copies of that. I think I might go out mining and make a couple more venturers and then we can put them up on the market, because if we have a look at the market where we are, they're selling for a wee bit of risk, but for the 45 minutes that it's going to take us to go out and mine the stuff for it, we might be able to sell some in here. So from those copies which we're making at the moment, I'm thinking that we might be able to make 10 and see how they go on the market and try and sell some. Seeing as I say, we are not very rich at the moment. So we shall see how that goes. I'm going to keep 2 in spare in stock just in, well, I know this one isn't going to get blown up, but for any of you flying around anywhere else out of consortium, then it might be a wise idea to have a couple in stock and be able to make them as a backup if you get into wormholes or anything like that. Yeah, at least you've always got backup ships. So it's only 3 jumps away. Yeah, sack it. Let's go buy it. Let's buy the bullet and go and buy that blueprint. Where's ships again? Ship tree, thank you. Show info. View market. Here we go. 0% above anything. Oh, that's alright then. So there we go. We bit the bullet. We've only got 36 million left. So let's go and pick that up. What I might do next as well is, depending on how much they cost,
active.
Can't quite see at the moment. It's a bit light over here, over the other side of the screen. Can't see what I'm looking for. It's fat. Oh, there it is. I've just spotted it. Let's go through the jump gate first.
Warp drive active.
Because I have the hypervelocity modules on, I actually travel a lot faster in warp. I travel at 7.4 rather than 5, so I'm a little bit faster. So I might have a look at getting a blueprint for those as well. And then we can make a fast travel fit ship.
Warp drive active.
So that I don't have to keep on using the miner. Because getting from A to B is a bit slow. So if we've got a nice little ship which is a bit zippy and everything, if we're just buying blueprints, we can go and ping off and buy them and not spend as long flying around. And if I've got the stuff to make them, even better. So where are we now, Alice?
Warp drive active.
Now I'm not sure whether I'm going to be able to upgrade this blueprint in Indy now with me running the copies, because the skill level on the game.
Docking permission requested.
Well,
Docking request accepted.
Thank you very much, Doug. And with us being an alpha, won't allow us to get any higher. But we do have the Omega account, which we can go exploring on. But what am I doing? Just want to drag it across, don't we? There we go. Locations. Set destination. Undock.
Warp drive active.
Excuse me. So as I say, let's go back and see if we can actually run an upgrade on this. If we can't, we shall have to do it after the copies have been made. And whilst the copies are getting made, I might go out and do some more mining and build some more venturers. And then we can put them on the market and see how they sell, if they sell.
Warp drive active.
But we can always have a go, can't we? See what happens. It is Eve. You never know. You might pleasantly be surprised at how fast they go. Or we might be stuck with them for 3 months on the market. But if it comes to the market and selling anything, I always put it up for 3 months, because it costs you the same in tax whether you put it up for 3 days or 3 months.
Warp drive active.
So, anyway, I've got my dailies now on this. I shall go off and do a level 2 mining mission. Also need to do some skills up so that we can do some scanning and hacking, so if there isn't a manufacture job or a mining job on the go, we can go out and do some scanning for the dailies.
Warp drive active. Autopilot engaged.
The best bit about Eve is to have your fingers in a couple of pies, because if you can't go out and do one activity, at least you can always rely upon another. So say if I can't go out ratting, I can always go out and do a bit of scanning and stuff. I've always got something in the backup.
Docking permission requested. Docking request accepted.
And also, yeah, I'm not saying
Autopilot disabled.
I'm not saying that you
reached.
have to play it like this, but I always find it something good to have another activity that I can do. So if I get bored of, say, like mining, I can go out and do a bit of ratting. Or if I get bored of doing that, I can go out and do a bit of scanning down cosmic SIGs and stuff like that. It just gives me another opportunity to go out and do something to keep me from getting as bored as anything. Just doing the same thing day in, day out. Right, that says that we've already got one job on the go. So I'm pretty sure it won't allow us to do this. Oops. No, can't start the job because we've already got one running. So we'll leave that job to run. I might go out and do some mining for get some more materials for the venture. Now at least I'll be able to build the venturer and put this in. So how long is that going to take? It's going to take 53 minutes for do it up on what are we on? Material efficiency. So how far can we push this? So we can get up to 5 runs in one day, 4 hours. So what we could possibly do is get it up to a level 5 on this and then put it in for another day and boost up the time efficiency for a 5. And then possibly make 1 or 2 copies of the blueprint for it so that we've always got, if we want one, we can build one. And we'll have a couple of copies for that, and then whilst we're running off the copies, it can always come back in here, and we can, once it's at the level 5, we can go up to a level 6 and a level 7, and we can just keep on pushing it higher and higher, because we've already got the copies. So, I hope that that's been pretty clear, and I've educated you a slight bit, and you have a little bit more knowledge before watching the video. And I think we shall leave it here, and I shall see you in the next one, and thank you very much for watching.